So, Project Epoch is merging with Project Ascension. What does that mean? Well, I've said this a couple of times, but for people who don't know, Project Ascension seems to be, from my understanding, trying to make an all-in-one launcher. So, I can name off at least 5 different projects that are all within the Project Ascension launcher. World of RuneScape is one of them, and I'm going to show you my example in a second here. But why are they doing that? Well, let me, I'm not even prepared here. Let me switch over to Discord. Here we go. All right. So, they just announced today, right here. So, major announcement. This is a mega update that will contain a lot of information. So, let's go over here. So, where does that leave us? Project Ascension will return soon. We have entered into an agreement with Ascension WoW to move the infrastructure built and maintained by Ascension's server team. Project Epoch will retain full creative control of the game and the shop. This change will allow Project Epoch's team to focus specifically on content creation. We know this news comes as a surprise, so read on for answers to many of the questions we anticipate that you'll have. So, this is basically what Epoch will get out of this deal and what Ascension will get out of it. TLDR, he pretty much summed it up in the entry right there. They're going to move infrastructure, server-side stuff, anything technical related like that will be now controlled by Ascension. However, anything creative in terms of world design, quest design, what goes into the shop, all of that is still going to be Project Epoch's. Now, I had World of RuneScape, there we go. The same thing happened to them, as well as, what was it? It was them, and I'm trying to think. It wasn't Prophecy WoW. Prophecy WoW merged with Epsilon. There was a few others that merged with, oh god, what was it called? I don't remember. I know what it is, I just can't remember off the top of my head. But anyway, what happened was, when they merged, I asked, because a lot of us were like, oh crap, does that mean Ascension's gonna take over? Does that mean that they're gonna put all this pay-to-win stuff on the store and all this stuff that people were worried about? No. So I said, okay, so you're getting the infrastructure and stability of their servers and their launcher, but what are they getting out of it, right? Because that's the thing. What are they getting out of it? Well, really, they're just getting people to use their launcher. I've asked that, and that was the response from, I don't remember who it was, but it was one of the head people at Ascension. They said that they're trying to get it so their launcher is like an all-in-one. You can access different servers from one launcher, and really it's a form of advertisement, because if you're going to be using their launcher, maybe you go try out their servers, all of their different servers. So that's kind of where they're trying to do this. And why I think it's okay that Project Epoch is doing this is because World of RuneScape has already done that, as I said before, and it's been like this for months now, and I've not seen a single ounce of Ascension seeping into the World of RuneScape so far. You know, all the server-side stuff is being handled by them, and Keynets... Was it K-Totes or Keynets? I mixed those two up. K-Totes is Epoch, Keynets is RuneScape. Keynets is the one making all the content, right? And he's just been going ham on that because he doesn't have to worry about the other stuff. So, I'm going to switch back over to here. I'll read a little bit of this right here, because this is something that's also kind of interesting. Project Epoch staff will also gain access to Ascension WoW's modeling tools. This is a massive development that will enable us to craft dream content long term. We can design more complex raid encounters, provide new, better interface options, additional quality of life perks, and varied cosmetic glyphs so much more quickly with Ascension's capabilities that we would have to have done on our own, basically. So they're getting access to all the stuff that Ascension has already done and prepared. It's all there for them to just grab and go with, rather than having to design and create all of it on their own. Now, on Ascension's side, I'm going to go ahead and read this so you can understand as well. Ascension will be responsible for building and maintaining the server core. Ascension's infrastructure offers a massive upgrade in server performance, quality, and security hardening, such as DDoS protection. And they're also going to offer player support, such as tickets, moderation, and tooling. They're also going to have anti-cheat and exploit fixes, real money trading and botting mitigation. So that's going to be handled by them. Ascension will be able to spin up and merge realms as necessary to handle population demands. What they're saying, because it was announced that Project Epoch was going to have to create another server because of the overwhelming response to how many people are going to be playing, so they're going to have a PvP and a PvE server, or something like that, I don't remember. And if anything, they would merge them if needed. So, Project Epoch will be accessed through the Ascension launcher, we already knew that. All existing Project Epoch accounts will be moved to Ascension. If you already have an Ascension account, Ascension will handle the necessary work to merge your accounts. Good, because I have the pet from the first beta. I didn't get the second or third beta pet, but I have the first beta pet, which is superior because that means you've been there since the beginning. Ascension will help with Project Epoch Discord as well, so we can focus on making your content. So basically, Ascension is going to be handling all the back-end work, all the tedious BS shit that they would rather spend time building the game rather than doing that. So that's definitely going to happen. Ascension, with the amount of money and resources that they have, because they are a massive server. Even though I don't like Ascension in terms of the gameplay, I don't have any issues with, like, the people there. I've not had any personal issues with the people working at Ascension. I think for what it is, they do a very good job. So they have that resource, the money, the people to help out with all of these other servers, so they can just do their own thing and not have to worry about the bullshit. I'm still trying to remember. So I know we were in World of RuneScape. Not Legacy. What would? Hang on. This is gonna kill me. I have it right here. Hang on. It is this one. Sargeras Embrace. So Sargeras' Embrace, while we still don't have any up-to-date information on where it is in terms of the development, I have been told behind the scenes that it is still in development, so it's not canceled, but that means that they're going to be doing the exact same thing. So it's not just Project Epoch, you also have them. And there's, what was it? Wasn't it like Azeroth at War? No, not Azeroth at War. What was the other one? They have that, like the 20 class server, whatever it is, that's been in beta for like 5 years. They have to pay for beta. That one, I can't remember the name off the top of my head. That one, I don't think is completely Ascension. I think they're just partnered with Ascension. But, like I said, a lot of people are worried, but like I said, World of RuneScape, I accessed right there from the Ascension launcher, and I've not seen any. It's got a update. He does updates like every day, so. But all you do is click the PTR server, World of RuneScape, and boom, you click it, and then you launch in. And then if I had gone to the live server, it would have brought me into the actual Ascension server. So that's gonna be how you're gonna handle it when it comes time. So you are gonna have to install the Ascension launcher. Now, the Ascension launcher will... This is gonna be the tricky part, because we don't know the extent of how much integration there's going to be. Now, World of RuneScape did kind of integrate a little bit in terms of like files and stuff and stuff into Ascension, which means you do need to have the Ascension stuff installed in order for it to feed off of it. I don't know if that's how Project Epoch is going to work, because Project Epoch is already built. It's not feeding off of anything. It's already there. Now, I'm going to let you guys know, in the event that it does end up feeding off of Ascension's stuff, like, I know, like, server location, it needed to know where, it needed to know that the game was in a specific file. This is a problem I had with World of RuneScape. So what happened was, I would go to launch the game, it's still downloading, I would go to launch the game, and it would crash instantly. Error 132 is what I'm warning you about. So if you have this issue, this is probably why, because I did this. I, as you see right over here behind my head, have all of my private servers right there, neat, nice and neat. They have their files, they have their launchers, all next to each other. I can't do that anymore for World of RuneScape because the Ascension launcher, the Ascension servers, and how it reads it, it needs to be in a specific spot. So whenever it says, do you need to install Ascension, or do you need to install Project Epoch, or whatever you're installing, let it go into the default location. Wherever it wants to go, let it do that. So when you go to launch the server, it knows, it's like hard-coded where to look for those files. If you move them at all, like I did to the desktop, it will think it's in the default location, but it's not there, and that's what will cause your game to crash. See, here's is right here. Now, I'm not going to have a select realm option. I did originally, but I'm not going to have a select realm option because they're trying to make it so it's just purely World of RuneScape when you launch it from the launcher. Now it's just this. Originally, when you would launch it, it would say, oh, do you want to go on the Ascension server, the Bronzebeard server, the PTR server, all these other ones, and then it would have World of RuneScape. Now it's just World of RuneScape. But yeah, that's it right there. I just hit play. There it is. See, World of RuneScape PTR. But I can turn that off. There's live. I would have to update it, but that would be the normal Ascension. So probably right there where it says, custom server, no custom server, you would hit Project Epoch. You would have it under live and then play now. So it's going to be fairly straightforward and easy once it's there. It's just, you're going to have to download the Ascension launcher. But yeah, this is a two-part video. I'm kind of showing you the how it's going to work with the Ascension launcher, as well as I'm not worrying too much about them taking over Project Epoch or whatever, because they've got a good track record now. Multiple servers have done it. I've not seen Project Ascension's influence and their pay-to-win stuff. So because of that, I'm confident Project Epoch will be completely fine. This is most likely a good thing. So until then, I will, keep watch what's going to happen, and I'll bring you a video if there are any more updates on this, or if there's a different way of how to install it. Like, it's not the same as World of RuneScape. I just kind of give my, how I think it's going to be based off, the other stuff. So we'll see. Until then, I will see you guys next time.